All right, guys. So today we took no trades. If you look here at the Top Step account, you can see we have the lockout limit. Reason for that, guys, I did not see anything. You can see R2 RTY dropping, YM stalling around, NQ stalling around, ES is pushing up higher, breaking above these highs, about to reach all-time highs. There was just no clear area for me. In my honest opinion, I wanted to see the market honestly. All the reality, open up, push down lower, you know, the good stuff. Sweep the lows, push up higher. But then we had a continuation move up higher, formed the 15-minute PDRA. Didn't really have any sort of nice, inversion or change in the state to then push up higher and form that inversion. As we can see here on the 15-minute time frame, we had that, we had this nice 15-minute fair value gap form, and the market just failed to give you something nice on the 1 minute. So if we go to the 1 minute here, as soon as the market tapped up into this fair value gap, so if we draw it correctly here, as soon as this candle dropped into it, right here at 10 a.m., it formed this nice little 1 minute V-shaped recovery, and it failed. It failed, and you can see this would have been a nice break-even point because again, it's inside of another fair value gap, inside of a SIBI, and I've taken a trade like this before and I've lost. And I realized one thing, like wait for the 3 minute, wait for the 3 minute, wait for the highest time frame fair value gap. Simple key confluences like that save you. And then eventually wait for the first fair value gap to get inverse. So this is like your little first fair value gap. It's not even a fair value gap up there actually. Yeah, just wait for this fair value gap, the first one of that price leg to get inverse. So if you had like another one down here, don't take that one. Take this one up here. Wait for that one to get inverse. Wait for that market to form that change in state of delivery, and then eventually essentially give you that push up higher. And then on the 1 minute time frame also, you had a nice little internal sweep. You had a clear market structure shift, and you also had a change in state of delivery right down here, with this inversion, but it didn't hold, and the market continued to push up higher after, and then you probably would have hit break even after all this chop. So yeah, we had all this chop, and for me, the main reason why is because again, we don't really have a higher time frame confluence we're tapping up into. We are clearly just pushing up higher, and again, if we wanted to, honestly, in all due reality, I think the 1 hour PDRA would have been a better confluence. If the market just not the one. So yeah, if we probably tapped up into like a 1 hour or 4 hour PDRA, swept higher time from liquidity. Now I think this doesn't look bad. Like now if we push down lower, then we start pushing up higher. I don't think that looks bad. Even if we sweep this high, or even if we form SMT, yeah, I think we just should have been inside of more of a discount of the range to then take the shorts. I mean the longs, and then that would be really it. ES is pushing up higher, about to reach the all-time highs. Same thing with NQ is like right above there. So of course the market is gonna have its move to what, push up and then probably push down lower, if not break and have a continuation, break and retest continuation to the upside after that. Just very slow price delivery. I feel like the market is waiting for some time-based liquidity, some form of news later throughout the session or the week to eventually give you that final push. So we do have FOMC, which could play a big role. Friday is a bank holiday. It's going to be Juneteenth. And then, yeah, so my honest reality is like, hey, Wednesday morning, not really for me. Wait for the afternoon. Tuesday, valid. Thursday, valid. And then Friday, take off the day. So Monday and Friday, for sure, no trades. And then, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to see what happens. So Wednesday in the afternoon, waiting to see. And then Tuesday and Thursday, see if anything in the AM session offers itself. So that's pretty much really it. Here's the account status. Not really doing the best. We lost 2R last week. I'll go over this. This day I crashed out. You can see here this day I was taking multiple trades. This day right here should have just walked away after the first break even. You can see at 8 or 9:48. Walked away. I was emotional. Taking a trade. 14 seconds, bro. I closed it after that. Went break even. Same thing with this trade. Emotional trade. Should have got out. And then eventually I took my first loss and I crashed out. Crashed out looking for another trade to, eventually make that loss back. And then eventually I realized I closed this trade manually. Right here. I was like, you know what? There's just no point of me being in this market. All emotional. I was sick. I didn't feel well. No point. And then eventually here, I took a valid loss. I won't lie. And the reason why I lost that trade on Monday, which we can go over right now, honestly, not really against that. So right around here, start new, right here, and I took it. Um, what was it on? It was on 8:49, so it was a 9:49. 9:49, we took this trade, and then it was it was a short. So we took a short. It was this was a valid trade, honestly. But the thing is, like the market, we formed a 1 minute inversion. I took that, and then eventually I got stopped out. I took this right here, and I got stopped out. Reason for that, we had a 2 minute again, same thing, or the 3 minute. I think it was a 3 minute. No, it was a 2 minute. We had a 2 minute inversion. The market never really formed it as an inversion until later on, right here, and that's when I should have took my trade. Should have took my trade right there, right here, like that. Gone break even right here. Again, impatience, eager to get in, and that's what cost me. So right there, and then I don't know. Probably you probably can take the full position down here. Maybe all at these resting lows if you're an animal. But here was a trade idea. I do think it reverses. Yeah, it reverses, and then it pushes up and it breaks all-time highs. So it would have been a break even. Would have been a break even trade. Aiming to 1.1.5. Yeah, not really. Depending on how big the stop loss would have been. But here was the 2 minute inversion. No, you can't really see it. I mean, yeah, there was a 2 minute inversion. We didn't wait for it. Market came down, pushed down. That never gave me what I really wanted to see. We go to like the 15-minute time frame. Same thing here. We didn't really have much. Again, we were more bullish this day on the 4 hour time frame. Really the same thing. If we go here, you see the market is what failing to. We were actually tapping up to 4 hour gap. I remember that. ES didn't, so we had SMT fail, but we had a 1 hour PDA right here. And if we were going to be bearish, the market probably would have been what pushing below that. And we failed. We failed to do that. Market used as it means to what to push up higher. Same thing here. We swept the candle low, and then we pushed up higher. So right then and there, we should have been a little bit more cautious. Once we had that right there, zooming out. All right, break even. Hit break even, and then if the market pushes up higher, you can look for longs. And that's essentially what happened. But that's really it. So I'm going to just call it a day here, walk away. I think that's the best thing. Some people need to do that. Some people need to practice that. Just walking away, calling it a day. And that's what I realized, like one of the biggest things I realized why I lose is like if I don't see something I want to see, I still, look at the charts. I don't have my accounts locked. Lock your accounts. After 10:30, I lock all my accounts now. If I don't see like at least like 3 confluences of my system being presented, I lock the accounts. Because again, it's just no point, especially like if the first 2 aren't presented, like if I don't have a higher time frame for value gap, or like not a higher time frame confluence, if I don't have any sort of like confirmational confluence, like the 1 hour 30 minute, I just walk away. There's no point of me not having something, like being able to be presented and just staying there and just watching it. Of course, you can tape read, you can watch X, Y, and Z, but you know, I rather watch the market when it's high probability, not sit here and do something like that, where it's like low probability and just sitting here and watching, waiting on my hands, when I can be doing something else more productive. So that's pretty much really it. That's the trade recap. I know I haven't really been posting them. I'm sorry. I've been working on the series on the 10K series. So if you're watching that, definitely recommend it. So that's pretty much really it. Yeah, the market is moving up higher now. Beautiful, beautiful, but the delivery isn't the best, and my system isn't presented. My G7 system isn't presented. I'm not taking anything. So, just being patient, being disciplined and consistent. That's all that matters. And that's pretty much really it. Peace.